in the house. Let
Hey,
me pull up.
we're live now, so the countdown has completed. Um,
All right, let me
well,
fix.
welcome everyone to another episode of Rarely Typical Players. I'm one of the hosts, Cychronic, and we got D757 here to review.
Yo, what's up, my peoples? What's going on? How y'all doing? Miss y'all, miss y'all, miss y'all. Blame Cychronic for last week. Blame him. Normally, it's me, but blame him. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Well, so this game was, submitted to our Discord. It looked promising when I took a look at it. Let's take a look at what the description of the synopsis of this game is all about.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Sojourn Saga, a turn-based roguelite RPG inspired by Lufia to ancient caves. Delve into the warren and uncover the secret that trap you in the town. Choose your party members based on their strengths, weaknesses, and the equipment they can use. Find and evolve Fumi companions who fight alongside you. Feed them your unused equipment, and they will grow into powerful allies. Explore a fully randomly generated dungeon with 100 floors full of unique enemies, equipment, and spells. Stumble upon hidden rooms and solve puzzles for powerful rewards. Interact with strange NPCs who may give you items to help your run or harm you if you annoy them too much. Alright, so key features: 150 plus different enemies, 300 plus unique pieces of equipment. Classic turn based RPG with your elemental weaknesses, your buffs, debuffs, party synergy. Party synergy. Wow. Okay. Step based movement where enemies move when you move. Okay. 7 playable characters, weapons and armors with skills built into them, powerful ornaments, relics that can change how our play runs, Fumi companions with multiple evolution paths. All right, so procedurally generated floors, loot enemies and events, a boss choice of every 25 floors, choose your warden and claim their ornament, secret paths, hidden events, buried lore, and encounters that react to your party, a dark fantasy story discovered through exploration, retro pixel art inspired by the SNES era. Wow, what a freaking mouthful. But if I was like looking for a game and wanted to play a game such as sort, I think they did a really good job, you know, with the lore, trying to like get people to actually download the game and give it a try, with the description. I think they really did a good job of that.
Yeah, like the presentation
Yeah.
of like what it's supposed to be is a good. It's a good presentation. The game actually looked pretty decent when I looked at the description and the
Yeah,
screenshots.
don't start. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it, my guy. I know you about to say it. Please don't. Please
Yeah, well, let let's just say that I was a little disappointed.
And we're gonna get into it, like why, what I mean, like
Yeah,
why are we basing this on this or stuff like this, All right, so yeah, since Cychronic picked the game, he's gonna be like the DJ, the narrator for today's episode. If you got any questions for me or what my opinion,
yeah.
I'm definitely available. I'm definitely available.
Okay, so I guess first off, let's talk about the story, or like what did you think about the story? of this game?
I mean, like with most roguelikes, like I've been feeling like roguelites are kind of like soul like games, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like souls like you don't really have a really like the story is more like cryptic stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in this game you basically I believe you was having a dream and there's this fairy looking lady, goddess looking lady, and she was basically telling us that, uh we have come, like I really didn't get it. I
Yeah.
really didn't get it. I then next thing I know, you're waking up, then you see a ghost in front of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Like,
and then it seemed okay, but here's the part that was weird. Okay, so first of all, they had that goddess person or whatever in the dream, and she was saying, "Hey, yeah, you took a sword that didn't belong to you," or something to that effect. And then you wake up, but then this right when you wake up is like kind of when it starts to fall down, like right away, because what happens is you're basically just told to meet up with a one-armed dude or
yeah,
whatever.
one arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then when you find him, it's basically like, okay, go down the stairs.
Yeah, when you find him, he's basically like he just telling you like he's not giving you no backlore. He just basically telling you like what the game is about. He's kind of like a tutorial guy person that you talk to. Like,
Right,
one of
but here's the part that hit me wrong with this. Okay, so you talk to the dude. He just basically says go down the stairs, and then you go down the stairs, and you're just going through this dungeon now, and there's no way to go back up the stairs. You can only go down the stairs, and so the stairs you came from are like just gone or something, or they just disappear. And then you already have your full team of like 4 people on your squad, like without ever interacting with them at all or talking with them at all. So
I think one of them auto scrolls to you if you try to leave. Have you tried to leave?
I did
Like
try to leave. Yeah.
they automatically come to you. Like one of them do. Then when you try to go up, the guy with the I think his name is Rumcat, I believe.
But
Rumcat Rumcat come and tell you go talk to one arm.
well, right, but the point is like that. There's no purpose as to why you're working with these people. Like what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like I was like, okay, who's the other 2 people? When I was in the menu, I guess they just followed you along for some reason. There's no like purpose behind it. It's just, yep, they're there with you, and there's no interaction as to why they were working together or what they care about or whatever. So it was kind of disjointed in that way. And then, well, if we want to talk about some of the gameplay stuff, we can maybe talk about that later. But there was some stuff in there too that I was kind of meh on. Um, and then as far as I can tell, there isn't really a story. So basically, like you're just going from floor to floor in this dungeon.
Yeah, like this why I said this basically kind of like remind me of Souls, like because a lot of these stuff is like auto generated. We know
Yeah,
road like games auto generated. Now I did find some scrolls on the ground that gave you a little bit lore, but it's not much. It's like that's why I hate. That's why I don't like games like this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like they don't really focus too much on the story, or they hardly have a story at all. They just want to focus more on the gameplay, like the randomness here. Like you could tell by the synopsis where the main focus is on.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they didn't really tell you the story in the synopsis, like the purpose of the game. Most games presentation pages tells you at least what's going on. It could be like a
Right.
evil monster, that's taking over the land, and the hero must come forward. Like, you don't get none of this. You know what I mean? It's like the only thing that they really tell you about is the mechanics of the game.
Right.
That's it. Lufia 2, if I read Lufia's 2 Ancient Cave, um, story, like presentation page, is gonna tell you what the game is about. Like what's the purpose of the game and what's going on. This game doesn't give you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't give you nothing. So the story is really obsolete. It's just gibberish right now. Even people in the tavern isn't really giving you much information.
Right.
Yo, what's up, Jonathan Hollis? Power Hour! Yes, sir! And Hubert Beckham. How you doing, Hubert? Hubert, say let's party. Uh-oh, not a dream intro. You know it, man. You know it.
The only problem though is that this wasn't even an hour long, right? So the game took me about 30 minutes to get all the way through it.
I guess we could go towards like the first portion
Yeah,
of
so
the story.
yeah, so long story short, there is not much of a story.
Mm-hmm.
Just pretty much neither character story or overworld story. So there's not really much to say about it in that regard. And so I guess the next thing we could talk about is like the gameplay. I mean, were you having fun when you were playing this game?
A grown man having fun. Imagine that. Like, imagine that in 2026. All we do is work, and pay bills. Work,
Pretty much.
lose hair, lose hair, lose hair, get gray in your hair. That's all we do in 2026. Uh, Starting off, I thought the game looked pretty good.
Yeah, like yes, but looks can be deceiving.
I thought, okay, this is a perfectly, the developer, you know, um,
Like crafted this thing.
yeah, he did, yeah, it looks good. But first thing I did was went into the menu, saw that I have 4 characters. I have four characters like I knew nothing about. Then I knew who one arm is because I said, hold on, he's my party member. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in my party. So I already knew what he looked like. I already knew who to look for because if you go to the menu, you can see everybody. Then I saw the no skills and I seen every other thing, like the upgrade slot and stuff like that. I said, okay. So when you talk to one arm give you a rundown of the dungeon. He kind of give you the mechanics of the game. He basically said, gold is also used to like upgrade your characters as well. Instead of like use the skill points, you spend gold. Or you could use your gold to buy stuff. I say, okay, I feel that. Then you get in the dungeon. Like nothing is really explained to you. Like, and the stairs are, when you go on the stairs, it's not an auto touch transition. You actually have to like kind of press the A button to go down the stairs. Nothing is told for you to do that. So if you don't have any sense you would think that the game is broken because you don't go down the stairs. Most games you get like some type of dialogue choice or option choice saying that would you like to go downstairs or you like to proceed to the next dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like this game, if you don't have the common sense to press the A button while you're on top of the stairs, you won't move forward. So mistake number one, developer, assuming that your player knows to press the A button without letting them know to press the A button.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And another thing, the battle system. Oh man, like I thought the battle, the way they were lined up, like
Yeah.
in a row. Um, I thought the wheel looked pretty unique, like the skill wheel. It reminds you of the older, JRPGs from back in the day, from the Super
Yeah.
Nintendo era. So that was pretty cool. But, you start to realize that, dang, all the fights are kind of like the same.
Yeah, and you can usually just go attack, 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 and then
That's all you're doing.
right, and then also,
Attack, attack, attack.
and then multiple party members with like just the exact same skills too.
This that same skills. Three people do spells, but one. Right? Three people do spells, but one. But when you get the spell, everybody learns it. Everybody learns it. Like there's no unique class level for like learning spells. Everybody learns it. And the spells are random generated as well. Like everything you find in the dungeon is random generated. Like you could get a star weapon. You could get a regular weapon. You could get like a piece of equipment, like a piece of armor. You could get like a healing potion.
You could get
Anything
a
like
hatchet,
that.
a hatchet.
Yeah, yeah. And it feels like everybody could equip most of the weapons. Not all of them, but most of the weapons. Everybody could equip it. Then it also has like the mechanic where if you sneak up behind the enemy, you get a preemptive strike. It seems like that doesn't really matter because you always have preemptive strike, whether you attack them from the front or the back.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. So
yeah, and then we got the and then there was the little dog creature or whatever it was. That looked like a mechanic that could have been cool, but it kind of just I don't know. I
I
felt
I think the Loopy, what are they called? Loopies? The
yeah,
Fumi.
yeah,
The Fumi mechanic is a cool idea.
yeah,
It reminds you of, yeah. Then Lufia have something like that too. Like you can like get like slime creatures and other animals and recruit them and stuff like that, and they'll fight for you. I think the Lumi was learning skills, like learning the skills, and some of the upgrades can um can enhance the Lumi's abilities as well.
yeah,
So
the,
and I also like when you level it up, you feed it. You can evolutionalize it, but at the same time, the game is kind of designed for you to like grind out these levels, grind out the dungeons. Even though it tells you when you talk to one arm tells you do not worry about going to each and every room. He tells you don't go to each and every room to like get treasure because I guess the developer wants you to like get some of the good items, have a good run, because if you get in the other rooms, you get so many fights, you're not going to have the health to like beat the dungeons out.
yeah.
That's what I think. But the system is so freaking broken in a way. It's so freaking broken in a way it becomes a problem. Like you can literally, beat the demo without getting in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's no point in the game or exploring in the dungeon where you really have to like focus on your skills, like building your characters.
Yeah.
And another thing, it says choose your party members based on their strengths. Like, who are we choosing?
Yeah. Because there
Did
was
you cho- did you choose anybody,
the
Cychronic?
no, there was only four, and they came with the package without even a conversation about it.
So that's going to be another misinformation, because the person reading this, they're going to think, okay, maybe I could choose all wizards.
Right.
Maybe I could choose all knights.
And that would make it a little, that would shake things up a little bit, like, see how those different groups work in a dungeon like this, but there wasn't that, I didn't see any choices for people though, or for party members.
There's no choices, because soon as you wake up from the dream and you go to the menu, you'll see all your characters, you see all your party members together. This is more like a tech demo.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the developer has an idea.
And it's not a bad idea for sure.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. Like,
But it seems like it's a little bit like a paper napkin drawing of what it's supposed to be, instead of like actually feature complete, so to speak. Like
yep.
like it's kind of like there's more details that need to be ironed out if they're gonna be serious about this game.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I like the where you're trying to go with the game. But oh man, like, I can get the random equipment. I could get the random the spells. Like, I get that. What I would have done. This is what I would have done. I would have, for instance, the spells. I would have had one person only able to learn it, and you choose who gets to learn it. Not everybody and their mama share the same spell. You know what I mean? Like you should be able to. You know how, like, most developers, they may have a limit on the spells you can actually learn.
Right.
Like, you may be able to carry like 3 spells or 4 spells in the beginning until you get like a additional slot to learn the additional spell based on your upgrade. Kind of like your upgrades are based on like your class upgrades. Like the old man, he looked like he's a wizard,
Yeah.
right? So he can have like upgrades where he could learn the additional slots, magic based, upgrades. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I think giving everybody the same spell, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, right off the rip, it's a bad idea, because it's kind of like you don't really have a choice of what you're doing. Like you don't have a choice.
And it makes everything kind of blend together. It makes it so that the characters aren't unique. They're all kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah. Because like in everybody in their mama's game, once you get the best attack, that's all the player's gonna do. So you got 3 people with the best spell. What your player gonna do? Spam that spell. And that's the last thing you want your player to do, is start spamming.
Right.
I want my player to spam the same attack over and over and over. I want them to like kind of like be able to strategize, be able to say, I'm gonna do this attack, I'm gonna do that attack.
Think
You
about,
know,
yeah, strategically, like which attack makes the most sense for this situation, and it might be different with every battle.
yeah, something like that, something like that. You have to, like you cannot like put your game on repeat and for 20 floors. 20 floors. That's what it was. But 20 floors. I swear to God.
It could have been 100.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine 100 floors?
It's been done.
Can you imagine 100 floors just attack? Put Cyclonic, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
During your playthrough, did you do a magic attack?
I did. Yeah, I did the Lady of the Lake or whatever it was called.
Guess what? I didn't do no magic attack. You know, why?
Why?
Cause attack works just fine.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I see Lady of the Lake here. I see it right there.
Yeah,
that looks pretty cool, but that's a waste of a spell.
Yeah, I was using it in situations where like my HP started getting low, but I had to keep. I didn't want to withdraw, and I wanted to just keep going further down, and so I used that attack because my HP was low and I didn't have any healing items. So I was like, if I can kill them in one hit, then I can get past.
Makes sense, my guy. It makes sense, my guy. All right, so what you think about the? Cause it reminds you of that one game, Harlequin's old game, Dungeon Rummage. But this one has like a feature where it has the kits, like the rest kit, right?
Yeah.
And on the rest kit, you on the next floor you go to, you get transported to this oasis looking area where it's green, your characters are refreshed, you're healed.
But when I went there, I only partially healed. It didn't actually like fully heal. But it brought me up like halfway or something.
Okay. See, I didn't really know. I knew it revived one of my characters.
Mm-hmm.
One of my characters was revived. That I do know. Yeah. And there was somebody where you could buy like relics from, like trinkets.
Yeah.
To raise all your character stats by 10 or something like that. But it costed like, it was very expensive.
Yeah.
Cause this is a game where you gotta grind out, just to like make it, and that's understandable. You want your player to like keep playing the game as much as they can. You don't want them to beat it in one go. Like, I understand that. I get that part. I get that.
Yeah.
But when all your floors are the same,
yeah, pretty much.
You kind of have a problem.
Yeah, it was getting kind of boring, kind of fast for me.
Oh, it was getting boring fast for you. What you mean by that?
Well, it just felt like every floor was the same, and that there wasn't really a lot of variety, and so that it didn't stimulate my brain enough. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is more of the same, and it got kind of boring after a while. Unfortunately. I go into each one of these like really wanting to like the game, like no matter what game it is. I really hope to like them whenever I play them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. Right, like when I play these games, I want these games to like be not a bad game, not a bad game, not a bad game. But at the same time, I just felt like this game in the beginning, it still needs some work. Like
Yeah, yeah.
for my playthrough, NPCs every freaking where. Like they're in the wall, they're in the ceiling, like they just moving randomly. Like, oh my gosh, I'm like, okay, okay. Then, the play of the dungeon, like sometimes you find like overly power weapons. There's really no need to like do spells,
Right.
unless you have an AoE spell. Those probably the only ones you probably want to do.
Oh, and that
But
and that was another. That brings up another point. That's also what was weird is when I was doing the spells that can attack all.
uh-huh.
At first, it looked like I could only select one enemy, and then it turns out I could select multiple enemies, but I had to select each one of them separately, and which made a cursor appear above them, and then I had to press again on one of them to do the spell. So it was kind of weird, awkward that way too. But
Yeah. Like I definitely agree. Ches Bezos said, "Yeah, that's the truth. Be honest, floors felt flat. I agree completely, and working on it. It's hard with random generated floors, so being used prefabs, but still need a lot more." Oh, this is the developer.
yeah,
This is the developer. Yeah, like even like all the floors felt the same. You know what I mean? Like they just have random loot in there. Random loot and all the battles felt the same. Like even get into the 20th floor where the demo ends. You gotta make it more pleasurable to your players. Give it a reason why the 20th floor or the 19th floor should be the important, the floor before the 20th one. Why should that be most important? Make it more exciting. Boss fight. Why didn't we have a boss fight before the 20th floor?
I think that the bosses were those like stationary enemies that were like on a rock pedestal thing and just was like kind of grooving there and like
What?
waiting for you to go up to it, but I didn't feel like I wanted to go up to it, so I didn't.
I didn't see none of that. Like you gotta think about it. I didn't see none of that because this is why. On the last floor for me, the stair was right next to me. Like when I went on the last floor, the stair was right there for me to escape. So what's the point to explore? You understand? Like what's the point to explore, my guy?
To get
like
to get the loot.
Why do I need the loot?
Well, yeah.
Nothing.
I guess point.
Nothing has been presented to me to saying I need to go get this loot. You feel what I'm saying? Like all the enemies died from attack.
Even with no equipment.
No, I was getting equipment.
Well, no,
Don't get me wrong. Like I was fighting enemies. I was leveling up. I think I was like on level like 15 or 16, something like that.
Yeah.
I think I probably was higher than that, but I didn't have to get in a lot of fights like I think I should. You know what I mean? Because the old man said don't get in a lot of fights, basically. He said don't explore every room. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm told not to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it.
So you're going to do so you're just going to do what you're told then?
I'm going to do what I'm told because that's the way the developer wants me to play the game. I played the game the way he wanted me to play the game. If that makes sense. Yo, Blade the Pie Eater, how you doing, my guy? Maki Shiwa is in the house. We got freaking the developer in here. So if y'all got any question for the developer, you need to let the developer know why we got the developer here. Let's freaking go. But yeah, what I would have done differently though. This is what I would have done differently. Every floors or so, you can see the enemies rampant in difficulty, especially when you fight like these rock enemies and what's the other enemies, the little treasure chest enemies. They was a little bit hitting hard, like they hit kind of hard and stuff like that, but they wasn't too difficult. You know what I mean? Like they wasn't too difficult or whatnot. It just feels like you have it just feels bland from floor 1 to floor 20 because you're not really doing anything except dodging enemies or fighting enemies and just open up the chest. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, this is just another factor for someone like me though, because I'm really into story, right? So if there was a purpose to go through the floors, like what do they want as characters? Like what's the purpose of them doing this?
Yeah.
Like if there's some kind of like story or something, I would like it a lot more in my opinion too. Not just the way that the floors look, but what's why am I even doing this? Why is it important, etc.
This guy DJ King. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is what would have been cool. Beginning, give me a deeper, like kind of like a better idea of why we're exploring these dungeons.
And maybe get a little bit of character development too. Like, who are these people that you're with, and why do they matter?
That doesn't even matter. To be honest, that doesn't really matter because the developer said, this is what the developer said. There's 7 different characters that we can get, right? 7 playable characters. So it's not like we get to choose or like do a character creation type thing. Like that's out the water. But it says choose your party members based on your strength. So starting off, we should be able to choose a list. Maybe she could say traverse the dungeon to get rid of the evil warlord or whatnot, but these heroes will assist you on your journey.
Right.
Then you get to choose from a list. You get to choose 3 people from a list. You see what I'm saying? Because you already got 1, so you got 3 more to choose to make 4. You pick from, they may be a wizard, they may be a cleric, a healer, you get to choose based on what you think your journey is going to be based on.
Yeah.
Okay, then you can replace one arm, one man with somebody else. You know what I mean? Because if he's already in your party, like what's the point of talking to him if he's already and he's going in the dungeon with you? Like that doesn't make a lick of sense. You know what I mean? He kind of play a role like he's the old man that knows everything. But nah, he's a whole G. He's a whole fighter. You know what I mean? He's going into the dungeon with you killing monsters. But you know nothing about him. But apparently he's like very important. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know nothing. Then I won't give all the spells to everybody. Like you find a spell, everybody learns the same spell. No, let your player choose who gets that spell. You feel what I'm saying? And I think this is why the developer did it. He did it because certain spells might be exclusive for certain players. But since it's not balanced and created to be just that. Epic. Give it to everybody.
Yeah.
Give it to everybody. Now everybody got the women, the lady in the late spell. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy thing. Did everybody had the lady in the late spell?
No, I think it was only two. It was
Two.
yeah. It was the one arm guy, and then the female character that looked like she had a
Okay,
sword. Celine. Yeah.
So some of the spells are based on only certain characters can have certain spells. You know, which makes sense. But why? I mean, still, I would just limit it to one. You find another one, you can give it to somebody else that's equipable to have it.
And then eventually you have a really unique, different team. With different...
Yeah, you can build. Then you'll be able to properly build like your characters based on what you want to build them as. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why do you need like? You can't make a tank. You can't even make a tank if you want to. You know what I mean? Because everybody's going to have the same abilities. So everybody has the possibility to be a tank at once. So you got 3 tanks. You got 3 spellcasters. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how the game is going to be. And I think, the developer has a really great idea. Like, I like the idea of the game. I have no problem with it. Like, with the randomness, the floor crawling. I have no problem with the idea. I think that's a really cool idea. But it's just like the gameplay is just falling. It's falling.
Yeah. But it can be fixed. It can be fixed.
Yeah, it can be really fixed. Yeah. Yeah, I did get a female gear that only she was able to equip. I believe it was like she was only able to equip. Abilities are equipment based, and all characters could equip different equipment, so males can't wear female. Like, I get that. Like, we understand that part.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the uniqueness of your characters. Like, you gotta make them unique. Like, you gotta make them unique. That's like giving everybody Omni Slash in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, like if you gave every character Omni Slash.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But this is a that's why I told Cychronic this is more like a tech demo. This is like kind of like, I'm going to showcase this out.
Like you're getting like you're hashing out your concept game, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you got to think about it, when your demo is out like this and people play it, they may think it's cool, but they may feel clueless and may think like, what the heck? Like, what was that? Like, and they're going to compare it to other games. Like, that's why I gotta tell y'all need to stop comparing your games to other games. Try to get other people to play your game, because everybody and their mama say, oh yeah, my game is based off Final Fantasy. My game is based on Chrono Trigger. But when you play it, it ain't nothing like it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, when people say that, and when you actually play it and it's nothing like it, you like, what the heck? Like, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that. You know what I mean? Like, you want your own idea.
Yeah, I'm glad
to need external feedback for guidance. So this is fantastic, guys. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
this is why we do this.
We want you to make the best possible game that you can possibly make. Like, we're here to help. So glad we could provide some feedback, maybe some constructive tips.
Yeah. All right, so You know, I mean, I like the battle, like the battle scene. The battle scenes is amazing.
Yeah,
Like I like,
it looks good. Yeah, it's like the way it's generally laid out and everything is pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. And your enemies are unique. You know, one thing I like about your game is because a lot of these sprites I've never seen before. So it feels like it's a new game to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like it feels, even though I believe it's made with MZ, even though this is made with MZ, I feel like this is like a new game just because the layout of things. But when you play it, the gameplay just put it back in the same category as every RPG Maker game. Attack, attack, attack.
Yeah. But it's got potential. It's got
Yeah,
potential. Yeah.
a lot of potential. It has a lot of potential. A lot. A lot. So what I would have done, you know, and the game is I like how you are able to quit the game, go back, and you're in the same place. I like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, even though you can't save the game auto saves. So if you back out the game and you come back like 4 hours later, you'll start where you left.
Mm.
So that's good. Instead of having to start at square one. But if you die, you do get kicked out, you lose everything, and you gotta start over.
And did that happen
Which
to
is,
you? Did that happen to you?
I tested it.
Mm.
I tested it. I wanted to see what it was like. I wanted to see like, because it didn't have any saves, whatnot. So I exited at the beginning. Then when I load up the game, because you can only have one save file. Like if you already got a save file created, there's no new game option. It's only a continue option.
Yeah.
So that's, I think that's pretty unique. Cause 100 floors, man, you gotta think about who the heck is gonna play for 100 floors in
Well,
one sitting.
I mean, it depends if it's interesting enough.
Will you play this game 100 floors straight?
No, not in its current form, but I could see how it could be possible.
Okay. Then like each floor, man, like get like the first 10 floors. Do like a mini boss. Do like a boss after the first 10. Kind of like introduce your play, like kind of get your players test their strength on the 10th floor.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Test their strength. Then when they get to the 20th floor, that's probably when you could do like your first boss, like your first boss battle, and your first story, and like expand more on the story. And you could do that during like the rest scenes. Like after the 20th floor boss, give them a rest scene, like their rest scene, have them have dialogue. Whether Sable goes into another dream or not, you could do anything. Whichever one goes into the dream, Sable.
Yeah.
Like you could do something like that. That way you could still continue telling the story.
Yeah,
Because
and I realize that this game isn't like the story isn't the primary point of it, but a little bit will help a lot.
yeah, because like we don't know what the heck we're doing. All we know, we're just fighting. That's all we know to do is fight. I mean, I like to know why I'm in the dungeon. To be honest, I like to know that part.
Right? Like, are they like treasure hunters or tomb raiders, or are they digging through ancient ruins or something? Like what is this place? Like why?
Yeah, but overall, uh, it did feel like some of the maps were made like a RPG Maker generator.
Yeah, where you do the dungeon generation thing, and it feels
Yeah,
kind of mazy.
because some of the stairs are on in bad places. Some of the stairs are in bad places. Like you see, like the gray barrier, like it's a fence, something like that. I've seen some of the stairs placed on that, and it just looks bad.
I'm curious as to whether these maps are prefabricated, but there's just a wide variety of them, or whether or not they are actually procedurally generated, like per run, meaning like this map you will never see the same map again, or not.
I don't know. I've seen one map you were on that was identical to the map that I had.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe he has like 1 to 20, like based on the floor. But I did compare your gameplay to mine's, and the maps were different. Like that lock thing, I didn't run into that yet.
Mm.
So
Yeah. Okay. Prefabs. Okay. That's what he was. Okay. Yeah. So there's a
yeah.
bunch of prefabs, and then they get swapped out, probably somewhat at random.
So you might run into the same map twice. Possibility, unless he has, if this, a condition built into it. Like if you already had this map, it won't generate again.
Mm-mm. And
But it
I
will
did
get in the
not.
same.
I didn't encounter the same map twice though. Luckily, so
Yeah.
where I go down like 3 more floors, and it's like, wait a minute, that's the same floor I was on three
But
floors ago.
RPG Maker, it could be a possibility.
Yep.
It's RPG Maker. Alright, so I mean that's all I could really give them. Like
Yeah.
in terms of that, like make it more interesting, and give players more choices in a way.
Yeah. I think that would help.
Yeah. All right, what you think about the music overall? Like the music choice
The
he
music
picked.
was the music was okay. I can't say that I loved it, but I can't say that it was the worst. I felt like it was kind of middle of the road as far as how I felt from the music.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the music was pretty good. I like the choice that he made. I think anything that's different from the default is an
Yes.
A+ in my book.
Yeah.
Because some developers get really lazy and doesn't even bother to change it. Now, I think some of the enemies, like, where some, like, based on your level, do they become cowards? Like, start running away from you? Because I noticed there were some enemies that you do chase that give you money, and there was some that just ran away from you. I don't know, it was based on my level or whatnot.
And then there was some that ran toward you, but only when you moved. So like if you stood still, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a little weirdness there. I saw different behavior from different enemies, though. Some of them seem to walk around randomly without paying attention to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas some do walk toward you, but it's like a step for step situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some are stationary. So
Okay. All right. Overall presentation of the game, what do you think?
I mean, overall, the presentation was better than the actual product, in my opinion. So I thought that it looked the part, is what I would say. But only when you go a little bit deeper does it start to reveal itself as
This
the issues.
this dude said the presentation is better than the product.
Yeah.
That's crazy work.
What do you mean?
That's crazy work. Like, swear, which I swear, that's something to think about, though. That's something to think about because you want to keep them refunds low. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah.
them refunds happen. You want to keep them low. So, may I ask you a question, developer? Are you trying to like make this a commercial game? Like, are you trying to sell something like this, or are you just making it for fun?
Yeah, that would be good to know.
Because you say you've been working on this for a couple years now. Hmm.
But I get how it is with making games, like the motivation and the time to.
Here we go. Commercial game.
Nice.
There we go. Commercial game. Let's go. All right. So commercial game. You can make the maps better. Do some lighting effect. You know, that's going to be your best friend. You're in the dungeon. There's no way you're in the dungeon and everything is like
Fully lit stage.
fully lit electricity. I swear to God. I swear to God. Like make it dungeon like you're in the darkest place ever. You got to make it like you got to make the environment stand out. Like it has to like have that environment. Flickering on lights. Look up Moonfell. Moonfell by Moogle Rampage. He does it perfectly in that game. You know,
I haven't played that
look,
game.
it's a good game. And it was a jam game. It
Mm.
was a jam game that played like a freaking AAA game. I swear to God, like Moogle is really good.
Yeah.
And also look at his game, Goddess. What is it? Trials of the Goddess. That's a really good game.
Yeah.
Random is random. Like the skills are random, but they make sense. And you get to choose which ones, you know, it's a lot. And you choose your character and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
overall, now this is a commercial game. You gotta be really careful because you don't want people to think, oh, this guy's just another guy, he's just trying to make some money with the RPG Maker engine. You know what I mean? Like real talk. People judge us like that. People really judge others like that. And it's not RPG Maker developers themselves. It's actually people.
Yeah.
Like people knows a RPG Maker game. Like they, for some reason, they can recognize one from 1,000 miles away. That's crazy work. Crazy work.
Well, I think a lot of it is the RTP because not the podcast, but the runtime package that comes with the game. Like a lot of people just use the bundled assets that come with the engine, and that's their game. So it's really easy to pick out because there's so many of them that are out there.
Yeah. I'm so curious where this game is going to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, but to this game's credit, it looks like I haven't seen these sprites before. I don't know if they're self-made or whether they come from some kind of pack, but they look like they've got their own style and
See,
they're unique.
I'm gonna say something. Like the Fumis, right? Like, wouldn't you want to at least make have your character able to catch one? Like in your demo, you at least want your player to do at least most all the things that you're advertising about.
Yeah,
I get the evolution. That's going to take time, but maybe catch certain Fumis, maybe, you know, something like synergy and debuffs. Like, where's that at?
yeah,
You know, You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Gotta be really careful.
Like looking at it in the interface, I see potential there, but it could be elaborated on a little bit more. I think because it's never discussed. It's never like here's your Fumi and here's how it works.
Yeah, you could probably event a battle where you catch the first Fumi that you have. I would have vented that.
And is there
Like
more?
maybe
Is there more than one? Can you have more
pro-
than one?
yeah, he said there's more. Maybe like probably on maybe on floor 5, maybe make an event where you catch your first Fumi and you add him to the party. That way your player knows one how to catch them or get them, and two, that's exciting that they actually got it. But we already given one at the beginning of the game. Like we already given one. Like with really no introduction of we got one. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
and you could also use it for like some of the character development to be like, oh, it's a Fumi. What's that? You could spice it up that way.
he said, I'm weak. I'm weak. Your voice acting is top tier. I swear to God. I swear to God. Top tier. Top tier. If you got voice acting in your game, hire Cychronic. ASAP. Hire him. Hire him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man. I mean, I think the game got really potential. It got really good
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah. There's
You
just a few
know,
gaps
so
that need to be ironed out, and then it'll be a much better game. Yeah.
yeah. All right, Cychronic. Scale 1 to 10. What do you rate this game?
I would give it. I mean, in its current state, I'd probably give it a 6.
6.
Yeah, but the gaps that we mentioned, you could easily bring it up to an 8 or even higher if those gaps are addressed and fixed.
All right. So let's say if this game was a solid, let's say a 9,
Yeah,
what would you price it?
I would probably do like a 9.99. Sounds good to me.
9.99 game.
Yeah, I mean, with inflation.
Okay. All right. I'd give this game. I'd give it a 6.3
Okay.
because of the fact that I just felt like there was no uniqueness to the characters at all.
Yeah.
Some players you got stronger weapons than the others. Some you are able to equip the same weapons. They are able to share. It just felt like it wasn't really much.
Yeah.
But you're halfway there.
Yeah.
You're a little more halfway. That's why you got the 6, because you're a little bit more halfway. Now this is a commercial game. Now you gotta really polish it.
Yeah.
If this was a game just for fun, just to laugh and giggles, or to hone your skills, I would understand that. But this is a commercial game. You're asking for money for this game, so you want to make it the best way that you can make it. You're ahead of the you have a skill that a lot of developers wish they had, is to create their own sprites. You said these are hand drawn sprites. You're already ahead of most of the developers.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
You know what I mean?
A lot of developers can't make their own assets at all. So you see the same packs that like everybody uses over and over again. So at least you have that out of the way to your credit.
That's why this game looks so new, because a lot of these assets and sprites I've never seen before. I'm not gonna say everything is probably handmade, but like a lot of this stuff I have never seen before. I played a lot of RPG Maker not games. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I want to say good job. You know, definitely appreciate you giving us the opportunity to play this game because it did look really good. You know, it do look like something I would play. Like I would literally play this just on the fact because I like the graphics. I like the graphics, and I think the randomness in the dungeon could be a lot fun too. You know, like this was something I would probably play if I'm just like finished playing a heavy base game. I just want to play something that's more casual and more chill. I will play this game. I won't consider this a hardcore game, but this is something that I wouldn't mind playing like here and there once in a while, based
Yeah.
on what it is. But that could be changed. That could be changed because you got a lot of roguelike players out there that would go crazy over a game like this.
Yeah.
You just gotta spice it up a little bit more. You gotta spice it up a little bit more.
Yep. But it's getting
Yep,
there. It's getting there.
yep, yep. It's definitely getting in there. Definitely getting in there. Don't give up, man. Don't give up and stay grinding. Like I said, I give it a 6 out of 3. And if it was a full commercial game, I think $9.99 would be a fair price. $7.99 to $9.99. Definitely $9.99 would be a fair price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But plug those gaps.
Plug those gaps. Make the environment more better. You know, kind of tighten up the maps a little bit. Don't have everything so open space. You know, it feels like even though it some of the maps feel so sandbox in a way. Like it feels like a big sandbox. You know, so and look at the competition. Look at the competition. Same engine, but same style of game they're trying to make, and try to compare.
Yeah,
And I think,
because you can learn something from it. You know, just I mean, because I do when I play other people's games, I'm like, oh, that's how they decided to do that. That's cool. You know,
uh,
something you didn't think of yourself
yeah,
or whatever. Yeah.
and Muga's Rampage game,
Yeah, those the Trials of the Goddess or whatever one, that roguelike, that was pretty good. I thought I liked that one.
yeah, that's one you should like. And he released it on Steam. It's on Steam, so that's something that you can compare your game to get some idea. I'm not saying make your game like his. It kind of gives you most developers, even game console developers, they research each other's product,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they stay above the competition. You don't think Xbox don't have PS5s all over the place so they could compare certain games to their game? Like, oh, like they use these surveys like that. Like, we think they're getting the information from to outbeat the competition. You
Right.
know, they're taking their ideas but enhancing it, making it better.
Yeah.
But you got the idea. You just need to do something with it and make it fun. Make it fun. You know. But I'm going to treat this as a tech demo.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh,
But it's got potential, and keep going, man. Just keep going.
yep.
That's pretty much all I got. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's a pretty short game. Not really much to talk about. You know, only thing we could have really talked about was the bad, like the what do you call it, the mechanics of the game.
yep. Well,
But other than that, I think that's it, man. I think that's all we have for you today.
so now it's your turn, D7, to pick a game for the next one.
Oh my gosh. I will let you know by the
Okay.
end.
Okay. Sounds good.
I will let you know by the end of this week what game I'm going to pick. But it's called Soul Survivor Trials of the Goddess.
Yes.
Soul Survivor. And there's a demo where you can play it. There's a demo where you can play. All right. So, this is Sojourn Saga. If you like to play this game, guys, there's a demo available on the RTP podcast website, or you could go to itch.io and type in Sojourn Saga, where you could get the game for yourself. I ask you to, maybe play the game, get the developer your feedback, and if you can, like, maybe, if you're a streamer and you could give them video feedback, they will appreciate that as well. I think we should be able to lift up one another, our fellow developers. We be able to, just support one another, because we all need the support.
Yeah.
But until then, you got to do what you got to do to make your game exciting. It's not our fault. Like, the player don't care about bug. We don't care about none of that. We'll hit refund. We got 2 hours, up to 2 hours to play your game. If we don't like it, refund, baby. All right, guys. Until next time, y'all stay safe. Y'all have a good one. Peace out. See you later.
Peace.